So you want to play Bone Conjure Demon Spawn. Now I've just went ahead and created a new Demon Spawn just so I can show you. I've already put a point into the proper skill. The skill you want to start with is Blood Bolts. You want to start Blood Bolts instead of Impale because Blood Bolts pierces and it can travel for extreme distance. So it's extremely good for early game. As you can see, like this. Because then if we go back to, say, Impale, you see you gotta wait a whole 3 seconds before you can use it again. So you see how long it took me to kill that blue there, right? Now we go back, and we use Blood Bolts. Next blue we come across. Bam. Didn't even have to auto attack, nothing. And it's also good for clearing packs because it pierces. Like that. And it's extremely good for early bossing as well, as you'll see with Captain Bonesword here. So, let me back out of this and go back to my 85, and I'll reset talent so I can go through the leveling process. Go back to hero selection. Let it load up. So, you've made it a little bit. You're almost level 12, or you are level 12. Now is when you want to reset and basically focus purely on bone side for the time being. Like you can go ahead and pick up like mana pool because mana regen is going to be good regardless. But you mainly want to focus on Bone Storm and Single Out at level 12. Once you hit level 24, you want to keep it up and potentially start looking into investing in Demonic Presence. Like if you have these two maxed out and you're looking for something to pour into, always make sure to put 1 point in ossification because that is your survivability early. And then you would go into that. Once you hit 36, the build's done. You have every skill accessible. Because you want to go into Mana Shield and Ominous Presence. And that's it. The tree's done. Everything from here on out is in order to max out Bone Storm, Single Out, Demonic Presence, Mana Shield, Ominous Presence. You want to max out Mana Shield to begin with because that is your highest form of survivability right now. And it doesn't rely on getting a kill to begin with like ossification. And then let's say you're getting up towards Hell, for example, and you've been normal. I recommend, because this isn't a strong build, quote unquote, getting up to at least like the minimum level, like 55, and crafting a full set of legendaries. And after that, you should have almost no issues. Yeah, and you don't use either of these ultimate skills. You don't use anything on the right side of Bloodlord. You don't use Spinal Tap, nothing. And then once you get up to Hell, which is where I'm at right now, you kind of hit a roadblock because you need to have Satanics to really push into it, which is why I'm just sitting here farming Nightmare 5, getting my ruby ores so I can start crafting Satanics, because you want the set, which I'll go into after I finish filling up the skill tree here. And if you notice, I filled it up in the order you should be filling up your skills. You just put 2 more in there, and then 13 in ominous. So let's go to save and exit. And for this, we're going to go to local, because that's why I have my level 100 already set up. Or not. Hero Siege. Let's wait for it to load again. I've talked about making Bone Spawn better for early game and changing up the set. Because to me, there's a lot that can still be done to make it better. Like, it's extremely lacking in the defense department, but that's mainly because it's not draining HP and MP like it should. Either that or the rate is extremely low for what it should be doing. Alright, we go local, go to my level 100. This should be your in-game skill tree. You take points out of Mana Shield in-game and put them into Ominous Presence. And as you see, as I'll show you, even on Hell level 5, with just 3 set pieces, because you literally just throw in anything else for like survivability, bonus damage. And if you're going for weapon, you want weapon and shield, because shield gives you the bonus defense. Now let's just go in the outskirts of Enoia, activate Mana Shield. Yeah, you do need satanics for it, but yeah, that's basically it for the most part. I'll basically update this with the actual in-game and base in-game when I know what satanics I want to use. I know that was a bad example of what it can do, because, like, as you can see, it's only the 3 set pieces and Wizard Potion. And I can't use those because those are max level and max quality. But that's basically up to level 100. And you really need to get your 3 set pieces to start really just quick farming hell. You can literally throw anything else in there, and you're fine. And that should about do it. Thank you all for watching. And I'll see y'all when I find the satanics.